Book 160, South Korea's solid fuel rocket. A new era for spy satellites. South Korea has been working on a top-secret project to build a solid fuel space rocket, capable of putting small reconnaissance satellites into low Earth orbit on short notice. This development is a significant milestone for the country's military, as it aims to enhance its surveillance capabilities and keep a closer eye on North Korea. The project has been in the works for several years, and after 3 successful test flights, the full 4-stage version is set to make its maiden voyage. The rocket is a result of the country's newfound freedom to develop its own space program. Until recently, South Korea's rocketry capabilities were limited by a bilateral agreement with the United States. However, in 2020, the guidelines were revised, allowing South Korea to develop solid-propellant space rockets without restriction. The following year, the two governments terminated the missile guidelines entirely, giving South Korea full control over its missile sovereignty. The program has undergone 3 test flights between 2022 and 2023. The first 2 flights were development tests that checked out the rocket stages and orbital insertion technology. The third flight, which took place on December 4, 2023, successfully reached orbit and carried a small radar satellite built by Hanwha Systems, a major South Korean defense contractor. The satellite, equipped with synthetic aperture radar, sent its first signal to a ground station within hours of liftoff. Synthetic aperture radar is a crucial component of these small satellites, as it allows them to build images from reflected radio waves. This means they can see through clouds and darkness day or night, making them ideal for surveillance. The operational vehicle is expected to lift roughly 500 to 700 kilograms into low Earth orbit, with plans to increase this capacity over time. The ultimate goal of the program is to launch 19 small and ultra-small radar reconnaissance satellites across roughly 7 solid fuel launches over the next 2 years. These satellites will join the 5 larger reconnaissance satellites already deployed under the 425 project. Once more than 20 satellites are operational, South Korea expects to be able to revisit sites over North Korea and the wider peninsula about every 30 minutes, significantly reducing the current 2-hour gaps. While the program's progress has been well documented, the timing of the full rocket's first flight remains uncertain. Independent launch trackers suggest a possible launch date of June 29, 2026, although this remains provisional. It's also worth noting that the rocket does not yet have an official name, and the launch is subject to the uncertainties of military operations. South Korea's solid-fuel rocket program represents a significant leap forward in the country's space capabilities. This ability to launch small satellites quickly and on demand, the military can now respond to emerging threats and enhance its surveillance capabilities. As the program continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how this new era of space exploration unfolds.